time to fight. It's bombs away. Hey, those punches add up. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice counter shot. Straight right just misses. Do you believe this? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance.
There's the bell for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter focuses on those. Did you see that? And Sugar Ray is rocked. Leonard took a big shot and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hold. Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Has to to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missed with that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that hook. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get compliant.
There's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Oh boy! Amir Khan dazed! And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. They exchange punches. And he did catch him. He caught it clean. Clean as a whistle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter lands. These fighters sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punching. Miss with that jab. A perfect counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Let's start the 6th. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He threw a punch and just got countered. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. And he scores with the counter. That hook was off target. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
You know, I've been in fight.
Here we go. It's round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little fade with a pickpocket him.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. Oh, that punch. Just misses with that jab. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it could...
And there's the bell for round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Beautiful counter shot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Need to pick this. Did you see that? Amir Khan is rocked. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. There's a counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. You've got to... And we enter the ninth. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that hook. This is not how the story was supposed to go for... Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Blocks that left hook. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. When are we going to see a jab from these two? So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. This is the 10th. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Amir Khan, and down he goes. What an upset this could be as Khan is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Stamina is off the charts. Perfect punch. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Sugar Ray is down on the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The judges have spoken.